Hi everyone, welcome back to Maths and Science in Your Pocket. We're back at Math, May-June, Paper 1, 2023, Question 3, and now we're looking at a quadratic sequence. When we look at quadratic sequences, first of all, we need to know that it consists of, so Tn is equal to an squared plus bn plus c. And to get certain things, so to get my first term is equal to a plus b plus c. Then my second term minus the first term is equal to 3a plus b. And finally, my second difference is equal to 2a. So let's quickly color code that. So I have my a value, then I have my b value, and finally my c value. So now we can focus on the question. So the question asks us to look at the statements that's given to us. So it's giving us certain properties about the quadratic sequence. So it says the second difference is 10. The first two terms are equal, and then they give you the example. That means that term 1 is equal to term 2. And then it says that t1 plus t2 plus t3 is equal to 28. So now that we know that t1 and t2 is equal, we can represent t1 and t2, t1 equal to t2, we can set that as x equals x. So that means we will have a sequence that looks something like this. So x, x, and then term 3. So now we can start building a sequence. So that means in the first section, I have t2 minus t1, so second term minus first term is 0, right? So x minus x. Then t3 minus x, and I know that my second difference is equal to 10. So this is my first difference, and then this would be my second difference. So now I can continue with calculations. So with this, I can now say that, all right, I know what my second difference is, so that means I can calculate what my a value is. We already said that 2a is equal to my second difference, so 2a is equal to 10. So therefore, a is equal to 5. So now we know what my a value is. So now you can see that if I quickly draw your attention, I already have my a value there. Then I can calculate what my b value is. So the 3a plus b is equal to my second difference minus my first difference, and that we already know is then going to be equal to 0. So if I have that, then I can say that I have 3a plus b equal to 0. So therefore, b is equal to negative 3 times 5, because my a value is 5, so therefore negative 15. So now the next term is just to go and calculate what my t3 will be equal to. So I know that if I work backwards, t3 minus x minus 0 must equal to 10. So therefore, t3 is equal to x plus 10, or 10 plus x. So now I can carry on by calculating. They tell me that t1 plus t2 plus t3 is equal to 28. So that means that I have x plus 10 is equal, plus t3 is equal to 28. So now I know that I have 2x plus x plus 10 equals 28. So now I can manipulate a bit. So that means I have 3x is equal to 18. So 28 minus 10. So that means x is equal to 6. So I'm just going to continue here on this side. So if I then continue, I know that my first term, is equal to a plus b plus c. If I want to get my first term, I can substitute my a value, which is 5, minus 15 for my b value, plus c. And x is my first term, so that would be x. And now that I know what x is, it would be 6 is equal to, in this case, negative 10 plus c. So therefore, c is equal to 16. So ultimately, I don't have a lot of space here. So ultimately, I can conclude and say, therefore, Tn is equal to 5n squared minus 15n plus 16. So now I have accurately proven that this is the function. Now we need to calculate what 216 is, or 216 is a term in the sequence. We need to justify that with the calculation. So all we do is we say that 216 is equal to my equation, so 5n squared minus 15n plus 16. So that means I can immediately subtract 16 on the other side. So I can say that in this case, I can bring it all to the left-hand side and say that 5n squared minus 15n minus 200 is equal to 0. So I have a common factor of 5. So that means I have n squared minus 3n minus 40 equals 0. And now it's simple factorization. 40 gives me factors of 8 and 5. So now I can say that I have n minus 8 n plus 5 must equal to 0. Therefore, n is equal to 8, or n is equal to negative 5. Now we know that we can't get a negative nth term, so n cannot be equal to negative 5 because we can't have a negative n term. So therefore, we can conclude that T8 is equal to 216 and is in fact a term of the sequence. So this was quite a short question. Please like and subscribe, and make sure that you tune in for the next question, which is question 4. In question 4, we are going to look at an exponential function and exponential equations, looking at some log and log rules. These will be crucial in your next question. So please make sure that you comment on anything that you might want to see in that video. Until next time.